Is cheerleading a sport?
Yes, it is.
Yes, I think cheerleading is a sport.
I don't consider like outside of like basketball and football games a sport. But if you're like at a competition, I consider it a sport.
No, I think it's an activity.
The dictionary defines cheerleading as the activity of leading the crowd in shouting encouragement and supporting a team at a sports event. There is no indication whatsoever that cheer itself is a sport in the dictionary. Although cheerleading has a definite definition in the dictionary, people are still confused as to whether or not this is a sport. So where does all this controversy come from?
Sideline cheer is questionable because, like, you're not doing that much, but, like, competitive cheer is, I think it's one of the hardest things, like, the flips and stuff. But it is because you're competing against different people. Yeah.
Because you have to train for it, and it takes effort, and if you're doing competitive cheer, you have to compete and you travel for it, and I think that makes it a sport.
When you're doing it for like a high school environment, like for student section, whatever, like you're like in all sports you compete, and like literally in every sport you compete, and when you're doing that, you're not like competing against anyone. You can compete against like yourself and stuff, but like at a competition, you're actually going against other people.
I did cheer in high school and it was a fun activity.
As you can see from these interviews, people definitely have different opinions on what cheerleading is and how difficult it really is. Most people think that cheerleading is easy and it's not a sport, which can lead to stereotypes that cheerleaders aren't athletic and they're not smart. It's a common misconception that cheerleaders don't really do anything other than cheer other people on, which is very far from the truth. This can be very discouraging to young cheerleaders who want to pursue this in their future, such as college or in the professional level. Contrary to what many people believe, cheerleading isn't just about cheering other sports teams on. It actually is a sport in itself, and it should be redefined as that. It's easy to look over cheer as a sport because not many people know what cheerleading is all about. This is why the two shows Cheer Squad and Cheer on Netflix were so revolutionary, because they really showed the athletic and dangerous side of cheerleading that no one really sees from the outside world. Not only does cheerleading include cheering for your home team, but it also includes tons of hard work on and off the mat, a lot of time focusing on your diet and your athleticism, stunts, tumbling, and a lot of other physically demanding aspects. This is what many people don't see, and this is why people sometimes think it's not a sport. Cheerleading should be redefined as much as a sport as football, basketball, soccer, and baseball. This would encourage the young cheer population to keep doing what they love to do while not feeling like they're going to be discouraged by all the people around them. Cheerleading should be redefined and recognized as a sport because it requires a lot of emotional and physical demand while also involving extreme teamwork, high risk for injury, and a competition in order to win. These are all things that would fall under the category of a sport, and cheer should be recognized as one so that people don't feel discouraged about doing what they love in the sport that they love to do.